And we're on about a 15-second delay. Maybe a little bit more than that.
What do you record on? This camera right here?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
There you go. So you can see where you're at. Let me mute this out. So that's the live. So we won't hear ourselves speak. That's live right now, and then that's what's
being on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what they're seeing. So it's about, you can see it's about a 15-20 second delay, and we're live right now. So let me start this off like this. Aloha! And welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I got a special treat for you today. This is the 1-year anniversary. We're about 2 hours from the actual moment where the puck dropped and history was made. I have got sitting next to me live Brett Freeland. Brett was actually named after Brett Hull. His dad, born and raised in St. Louis, military, right? Was out here?
No, so Dad was actually born and raised in Sturgis, Michigan, and Mom is from out here, Eva Beach, Hawaii. They met working at TWA at Lambert International.
Okay.
And Dad moved to St. Louis in like '67 and went to his first Blues game that season. I think that was the year the Blues
initial
came.
Year. Yeah.
Yeah. So he went to a game. I think he was like 12 at the time and fell in love with the Blues. He was a Tigers fan back in Michigan and a Lions fan, but never was really a Red Wings fan and became a hockey fan when he moved to St. Louis. And he raised me and my brother to be big Blues fans, and my brother was named after Brendan Shanahan, and it was definitely a big St. Louis Blues household growing up in the 90s, going to Kiel Center as a kid. And
did you ever get to go to the arena?
I never got to go to the arena, or maybe I did. I don't remember it, but I remember when they imploded it. And people. Is
that somebody you know, Tyler?
Yeah, that's my bro. Yeah.
Right. Robert Morton. That's Bob Morton. He's his little boys. They're the ones that go. I showed the video of them on the show.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's his boys. So me and Brett are here. I got to work tonight, so we're doing this a little early. We're here to talk about the Blues and the 1-year celebration. So you guys can ask us questions.
Let's go Blues!
And you should see the shit he brought. And I mean shit in a good way. He's got a ton of stuff that we're going to go through. I got my History Made book. We can kind of look through this a little bit and talk about it if need be. But this is it. This is that 1-year anniversary of the Blues finally doing it. We
finally got the cup.
Yep. We finally got that cup. The great thing to think about is how that year went. This was a year unlike any other in history of the NHL.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a tale of two halves or a tale of two cities type season ever. And I've used that a couple of times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times, and that's exactly what it was. Because you start that season off, and the season started with the O'Reilly trade. That's where the season really starts in my eyes, right? So right at the beginning of the season, you bring O'Reilly in, and he's got this phone conversation with Armstrong, and he goes, "Let's win a cup." And you're thinking, oh, yeah, this is it. And then you have, and I look at it here in the book, right? And it's right at the beginning, and it's talking about the ice breaking, and it's right there, right? Bob Plager, these boys are going to get me my parade. So we have all of this enthusiasm, and boy, did this season start out like a dud. They got beat 5-1 by Winnipeg in the home opener.
Yeah, I think being a Blues fan, you gotta have thick skin, because it's a love-hate relationship. But I can't say I hate the Blues at all. I'm always, gonna love the Blues, even whenever we have, horrible games. But that's hockey. You win some, you lose some, but hopefully you win more.
Yeah.
And that's being a Blues fan. We all know how it is. Get your hopes up a lot.
Yeah.
And but something about this season. I remember at the beginning of the season seeing all these new guys coming in like Bozak and
You had Bozak come in. You had
we had Maroon.
Maroon come in.
signing.
And
that was cool. I mean O'Reilly too.
Yeah. Well, you had Bozak come in. You had O'Reilly come in. Maroon, and then you had Perron come back.
And who did we get rid of for O'Reilly? We got rid of like Tage Thompson.
Tage Thompson.
And
Saboka.
And what's his name?
And Bergeron.
Yeah.
Right, and Bergeron quit on the
hockey.
Well, he didn't quit
plays, like,
hockey. He quit the
Sweden
NHL.
or
He's
something
playing
like that.
hockey in the. He's playing in the
Swedish league.
Swedish league, but he really did have a rough go of it.
Yeah,
You know, he had some mental issues in that because he didn't want to get traded. He didn't want to leave St. Louis, and he made that.
I think the trade clause or whatever, something with his agent or I don't know what it is.
Well, there's a dispute. His agent was supposed to submit a no trade list.
Yeah.
You know who he didn't want to get traded to, and it didn't get submitted in time. Bergeron says that he submitted it.
Mhm.
The agent says that he never got it. So he said, you never know where it's going to go, but that's what happened. And actually, I was yesterday, Melody Martin, she does parody songs for the Sabres.
Mhm.
And she did a thing when Eichel came out. She said, give me your best Blues trade. And she got to the St. Louis Blues. She did like 3 or 4 of them. And she's just going, why would they think they could fleece us? And then she shows a picture of those 3. So
like Rob said, Buffalo is never going to make a trade with us again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I was them, I wouldn't either. You know.
Best Sabre though, in my opinion, in my lifetime, is Dominic Hasek.
Oh yeah.
You know, watching him make those saves on his back with his his blockers.
Yeah.
And like his kick saves and everything is crazy.
Well, you know what? I was when I talked to Grant Fuhr, I watched the Making Coco movie, and they talked about how he used to do all that, and people would, how does he do? He practiced it.
Yeah.
And he was the first goalie to ever practice that stuff. And then you got when that gets out, so you got all these goalies like Hasek, like Brodeur, Price that come up. They start practicing this stuff. I know Bennington practices it. I know Allen practices it. And speaking of Allen real quick, he had a great year this year. He's had a really good year. And I talked, I have a video coming out. I talked to his agent, and one of the things I think helped him was he mimicked the opposing goalie during practice between games. And if you watch his style this year, his gloves gotten so much better, right?
Jake Allen?
Yeah, his gloves gotten better, his positioning's gotten better, and his mental game has gotten better. Because when if he lets in that soft one, it doesn't get in that circle of distrust that I've talked about in the past. It goes away. And when you think about last year, there was a point where that circle of distrust was really huge, right? And that's when Bennington came in. And then early this year, Allen started a game. He gave up one. And O'Reilly comes out, and I remember him yelling, "We got this, boys. That's on us.
Yeah,
we got this, boys. That's on." They took responsibility for it, and it felt like Allen, because the rest of the game, I don't think he gave anything up. Right? It was one of the games against Chicago, actually. I think.
Yeah,
it was one of the games against Chicago. So he really did play much better this year, and we've got probably the best goalie tandem right now.
Oh, hands down.
Right.
And Jake was.
There's one that I think might be a tad better than us, and that's going to be Vegas with Fleury and Lanier. But it's close.
Fleury.
Right.
Flowers.
Yep. So you start this year and you go through November, and they didn't win back-to-back games through October, November, and into December.
I remember it was It was a rough couple of months. It was hard to be a Blues fan.
Yeah,
watching those games.
For those of you guys that have been with me for a long time, you'll remember I had my Blues flag flipped upside down because the Blues were in distress and needed help. I believe we also have the most expensive. No, we're not even close. Not even close. Actually, Tyler, I don't know if you subscribe to The Athletic, but on The Athletic, they just did a thing that broke down the goalie tandems, costs per wins or whatever.
Yeah.
And we fell in right around the middle of the pack.
Okay.
Right? For our goal, how much we're getting over what we're paying.
Mm-hmm.
Our rank for paying. So we're actually in the middle of it. Could you say that, at 16 million, we're not even close? I don't think we're even close to the most expensive one.
Yeah, I mean,
we're somewhere in. Actually, no, we're only at 8 million. You think about it, we're at 8 million. Carey Price is 10 million himself.
Jeez.
Right? Yeah. So we're in the middle of the pack, if I remember. I don't want to pull that article up right now. But yeah, so we're not even close to the most expensive goalie tandem. And you would think, because we're paying both of them 8 million, that yeah, that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I think 8 million is not a bad price for goalies. Right?
I mean,
let's say,
man.
You get somebody high like. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut over you here.
No, you're fine.
But you get somebody high like Fleury or Price or Hobby Bulin,
mm-hmm.
Who's going to command 6-7 million.
Nikolai Hobby Bulin.
Right? Your backup goalie is going to get 1 to 2 million, so
Yeah.
you're going to be looking at 8 million anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 million for the 2 backups we've got. So yeah, it's not. I think that we're in a really good goalie position. My only issue with our goalies is we got to negotiate next year because both of their contracts end next year. They were on 2-year contracts.
I don't think we're gonna end up re-signing Jake, but hopefully, man, I don't know. I wish this season would have, finished.
Well, yeah, to continue on. It's going to be weird, but I actually think they might be smart in re-signing Jake.
Yeah.
And then leaving Jake unprotected.
Nice catch. It's windy.
Leaving him unprotected for the expansion draft for Seattle.
Yeah.
So that might not be a totally bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
It may help us in the long run.
This is a green screen. It's pretty cool.
It might help us in the long run that you sign Jake, and if he gets pulled in the expansion draft, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't get pulled, he's tradable. No matter what you sign him at, he's tradable. So, and then again, what I said, I've said this a few times, nothing against Bennington. I'm a fan of Bennington, but I'm not a fan of Bennington. His sample size is still too small.
Yeah.
And he's not the same Bennington last year that he was this year. Or he's not this year that he was last year. Right?
I still think he's got a lot of potential.
Right? He's only 25 or 26, so you're right. He's got potential. But to think that he's that number one,
we still have to wait and see.
Yeah. Right? If he takes us back to back, what are your guys' thoughts on the Falk trade to this point? Oh man,
the captain. Is we getting rid of the captain?
No, he's talking about
yeah,
Falk, Justin Falk. So for me, Tyler, I'm not. Hey, Lance. Now, hey, Lance, I gotta give a big shout out to Lance. Lance does the Drop podcast. Me and Lance are good friends. If you guys like listening to the radio,
Lance,
check out the Drop podcast. Lance does a great job. And we're working on doing guesting on each other's shows.
Nice.
So I really appreciate that. And Lance, when it comes to hockey knowledge, he's probably one of the guys that I go to. When I think of something, I bring him up, or I call him, or I send him a text, hey, what do you think about this? So you bring up Falk, Tyler, and that's a good point. So Falk has had an okay year, but what we brought him here for is what my problem is. We brought him here because he was a power play specialist, and he had not fit in the power play.
I was mad at Falk for a while because I was watching his games. I was watching every game when we got him, and I was like, you had no points in that game. You had no goals in this game. I think he went 10 games, maybe even more, without having any goals when we first got him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, you defensemen just coming onto a new team and whatnot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were ragging on him in the comments on St. Louis Blues' Instagram page.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're always going to have haters. but it's you gotta perform well.
Yeah, the thing with Falk is, okay, I can't give him a complete pass this year because he signed that big ass contract, right? But what I can say is he has started to come along much better. And Lance brings that up. Two total different systems between the Blues and the Canes. That's right. You're right, and he's learning that system. But at some point, the problem is right now he's not even playing the power play. So he's doing things in other areas, but remember, he's supposed to be a power play specialist. So I would like to see him get much better to where he is on the power play and using that shot he has the way he's supposed to. So that's my only thing with Falk. He's not my surprise when it comes to defensemen and signings. Scandella signing really surprised me.
Oh, yeah?
Right, yeah. I mean, he was traded. He came here to bring up for Bouwmeester, with Bouwmeester having the heart condition.
You like Marco?
Huh?
Do you like him?
I don't think there's enough. NHL ranking best Canucks and got me thinking, is Vladimir better than Bure? I love Bure. Ooh. Wow, Bob. That's one I got to think about. That's
the Bure brothers.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them marry that older sister from Full House?
Might have.
I'm pretty sure. It was Pavel or Vlad. I don't know.
I think at one time they were married, but they broke up. They got divorced, I think.
Shit happens.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Vladimir needs more
recognition.
Well, not that. He's got to have a 45, 50 goal season. He's got to have a couple of those, and he hasn't gotten it yet. So I'm going to agree with Lance there. I'll take Bure over Vladimir at the moment. But that shoulder does scare me.
We're still reigning champs, even though this season kind of got. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Got fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it in a positive outlook. We're still reigning champions, and I'm still, riding this as long as win.
And we went down.
The trade winds out here in Hawaii are breezy today. Yeah. It's nice.
I'm gonna have to try and close the other door.
But yeah, do you think that they're gonna keep playing? What was that? Country Home? What's that song called? Country Roads?
Country Roads, yeah.
You think they're going to keep playing that every game for the next couple years?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I think that one's stuck. That one's kind of stuck. The old DJ brought that in. Mm-hmm. He's on the point. I'll think of his name here in a second. It slips my mind. But he brought that in, and I don't know how it got started, but it seems to be a staple now.
Nice.
And I don't mind it. I when I was there for Game 3, they played it, and I thought it was pretty cool. The only thing that's a staple at the games now.
It's hot in St. Louis. It's pretty hot here in Hawaii too.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah. I mean, we got the trades, which is nice. Can't complain. I always tell people that you can't complain when you're living here in Hawaii.
What about the captain? Would you give him a long-term deal to make sure he retires as a Blue, but take the risk that the back half of the contract? Patrico. That's it. Thanks, Tilo. Yeah. So Patrico's the one that started. So I've had 2 discussions with videos that I haven't put out yet. Hey, David, how you doing? Welcome from San Antonio. I have.
Hey, David.
I have a video that I did with. I have one I did with Alain Waugh.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's an agent, pretty big agent, goalie agent, and I asked him about that, and we kind of talked about would a 1-year contract be a better deal right now, because the TV contract is coming up next year. There's a good chance it could double. There's a good chance that the salary cap could take a huge jump.
Mm-hmm.
The escrow issue was talked about. Hope to have that video out this weekend. I also had one with Jim Thomas, and we brought that up. Right now, so right now, I would think a short-term deal would be better, a 1 or a 2 year deal, to see what happens with the salary cap. And I think that's what the Blues might want, but I don't know if Pietrangelo would want that. And one of the things is, since nothing's being talked about, does he really want to stay in St. Louis? Does he want to leave? And there's a chance you think about it.
I like the captain.
I like him too. I'd love him to stay in St. Louis, but the Ben's brought up a good point. He's a Toronto boy, and if he could go to Toronto and bring them the cup after 53, 54 years,
not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, depends on who they'd want to get rid of. I mean, if they got rid of a big name, it could set that team up, because that's what that team's hurting at, is defensive.
I just hope the Blues win again and again and again and again.
I would like,
and again.
For me, I want the 3. I want the 3 in 10 years.
Oh yeah.
And the reason I say that, and this is going to come out,
I want all the Blackhawks fans to stop talking shit.
Yep.
Be like, even though the Blues won, we got like a bunch of cups in 5.
Yeah, they had a good run, but their run is over. This is the one that got me. I heard. I've got a friend that does this for the Blackhawks.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Windy City Hockey, Hawkey, and he had posted about a video about the Blackhawks making the playoffs, and and somebody goes, they earned it, and I'm thinking, what? How can you ever say a last place earned it?
I mean, we earned it. We were in last place, and we worked our way to the top. But Chicago
is still the last place team in the Central Division, right? Just because the West Coast team sucks so damn bad, that's the only way they got in. They didn't earn that.
We'll let those Chicagoans think.
Now, see, Lance just put out something, and we've talked about this, and he told me I wasn't allowed to say anything, so I didn't. But he says his sources in Toronto are thinking that the Leafs would be willing to trade Matthews next season.
What if Matthews came to St. Louis?
We don't have the money for Matthews because he signed that big-ass contract. Okay. But I could see Matthews going to Arizona. I could see him going to...
Didn't Arizona just pick up that dude from New Jersey?
Tyler Hall, but they haven't re-signed him yet.
Okay. Was he even performing well with them? I just follow the Blues, to be honest.
Yeah, no. Hall's had a good season there.
Let's go Blues.
With Keller there, that wouldn't be bad. You put him with Lance just goes Arizona. You put him with Colorado. I will argue that we were not in last place. That is an absolute truth. So, and you know what? Here's the thing about this, and I'm just going to throw this out. I'm glad that you put this out. The NHL just proved my point.
ATLO.
So I have said in the past that legitimately the Blues were not in last place because of points percentage.
Okay.
At the time that we were last in points, we had not played nowhere near as many games. We had played between 2 and 4 games less than everybody else. Right?
Okay.
So when you do points percentage, if you take that same point and do points percentage, we go from 31st to 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We were actually 24th in points percentage. And I've gotten told so many times that the NHL doesn't use points percentage. And that's not the truth. The NHL absolutely uses point percentage up until game 82.
Okay.
Right? They have, like this year they did something that I'm really upset about. They split the Marcin Richard trophy between Boston's player, or not Marchand, the other one, Pasternak. They split it between Pasternak and
Pasternak's a good player.
Yeah, they split it between Pasternak and Ovi, right? Because they had the same amount of goals.
Okay.
But Ovi played less games, so Ovi should have gotten it. Right?
See what you're saying now.
Right?
Okay.
Because Ovi played less games. Okay, take it easy, Bob. You guys, I hope the kids can watch this later. He's got his two boys love the show. They'll watch all of it. I mean, they
stay
begged their dad
tuned.
to watch it.
I'm about to show you guys my vintage blues collection.
Yeah, that's right. So one of the things we're going to get into, he brought me a basket full of blues stuff that we're going to show everybody, and it is amazing. He gave me this hat.
And he gave me this beer.
Wonderful hat.
This wonderful beer.
So, Hall wants $9 million plus per year or more. Yeah, and that's something that's going to go. Wouldn't it be nice to see Oshie return? Not going to happen. Oshie is so happy in Washington. He's not coming back. He loves that the Blues won the cup, but he's not coming back. I don't see that.
I like Oshie. I like DJ Oshie. You know, who can hate an Olympic hero?
Yeah.
And I still have a St. Louis Blues Oshie jersey, actually.
Lance, next time I come home, I promise you I will bring you some pokey. I'll bring you some pokey, and I'll bring you some Lao Lao. This guy loves Lao Lao.
Oh, yeah?
He spent some time over here, and he keeps
cool.
asking for it. So we'll figure out how I can get it and have it in some type of container that I can keep it for the 14-hour flight. But you'll get it, and then it'll be up to you whether you think it's safe enough to eat or not.
Yeah, just try to keep it as cold as possible for as long as possible. I mean, I don't know.
Put it up in the overhead bin where it's, semi-cold up there.
Poke is not the same on the mainland.
Oh, I know.
Than over here. All right.
Take a drink every time Ochi falls down with one of the best drinking.
All right. You guys let's get into this.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get into this collection of his.
I got to start it off by, I still have my 2019 St. Louis Blues calendar. This little thing that, everybody usually puts on their fridge to let them know when this is from the winning season. So this to me is like very treasurable, precious. Every Blues fan needs this DVD. If you didn't buy this DVD,
I've got it.
Then I don't know what you're doing as a Blues fan. You need to relive this day every day. Basically, if you can, until hockey. So this book is an old 1990s book. It's from a library. I think my friend forgot to return it and ended up giving it to me. But it's cool because it has Hull on the cover. And it's from a school. But it's pretty cool. It has like all these Blues players on it. Check it out. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, check some of this out.
Yeah.
Check that out there, yeah.
Go to your local library in St. Louis and ask them if they have any St. Louis Blues books, the old books, all right?
Yeah. Bruce Brothers is the one that wrote this one.
Rent it, and then just don't return it.
Northeast Middle School, Parkway School District. There you go. Some of the pictures in it. Little kid's book. Good for your kids.
Oh, actually, this book was given to me by my brother. He found it at a book drive. So thank you, Tyler, for this book. And then, every other Blues fan needs this magazine right here.
I've got it.
I had to order this online.
I have
on a selling platform.
2 of them,
because they don't have this in the stores here.
Yeah,
I kept going, and the only Sports Illustrated magazine I kept finding was like swimsuit edition,
swimsuit issue,
football stuff. Yeah, hockey's not popular out here in Hawaii
at all.
But there is places to find hockey out here. You just gotta, really dig and search for, that culture, the hockey culture out here. It's small, but it's there. And this book right here, of course, is such a great book.
Yeah, I think I have this one too. I think my parents got me this one. Yeah, Schwartz Ruby.
All right. So, I don't have kids yet, but when I do have kids, they are getting this 1991 St. Louis Blues shirt. Even if it's a girl, I'm still, it doesn't matter. Girls, boys. Even if I have a dog, I'm going to dress them up in this, all right? Look how small this is. This is, it won't fit me at all. Trust me, I tried to put it on. This beanie right here, shout out to Reset St. Louis in Maplewood. Go check them out for a bunch of vintage St. Louis stuff. It's like a store that sells old clothes from the 80s and 90s. Of course, they wash them and but expect them to be pre-owned. But it's cool because they don't make this quality stuff anymore. It's all made in the United States, and it's one of a kind in my opinion. Everything nowadays is kind of, oh, that's a cool picture right there. Nice.
I don't know how well you guys
everything
are gonna be able to see
nowadays is outsourced in like Bangladesh and Honduras and China. I mean, it's cool, but everybody and their mom owns that shirt. I'm trying to wear something that's one of a kind from, the heyday. So,
I have some of the newspapers, Tilo. I got to go back. I know I got some. I don't remember all of them I got.
All right. The Shark Tooth. This is a must for a lot of Blues vintage collectors. Any Blues fans out there. The Shark Tooth hat by Logo Athletic. This is a must right here in the collection. And then this right here is a big graph style. Graphlet.
This is the live one. So.
Boom. Another one by Logo Athletic. Great.
Oh, I love this
look
one.
At this.
He may not leave with that one.
Got the red.
Oh,
this is great for the jersey. On vintage, 90s night, you rock this with the jersey to match. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, you got a small head.
Oh no, I have to strap them all whenever I reshape them. I strap them all in real tight. This is the Shockwave cap by Starter. Still has the tags on it. So the Shockwave.
See, I'm not the only one that leaves their tags on stuff.
I don't wear it because it's kind of weird to wear stuff with tags still on it. But
see, that I do.
I guess if you want to return it, but I mean, I don't know what store still sells this. Maybe your local Goodwill. And then, of course, I have these hats. One of these is from my original hat from 1994. I think I wore it for like a cross-country meet. I grew up in Fenton, Missouri, if anyone's asking. That's like south of St. Louis, kind of by Arnold.
Yep.
And graduated
off
from
of 44.
Yeah. I used to drive on 270 and 44 and 141 all the time. Bowles Avenue, But yeah, I love the Blues. Been going to games since the Kiel Center was around, and I remember watching Jeff Courtnall play and Garth Butcher, Dave Lowry, Igor Kravchuk.
Garth Butcher's probably one of my best interviews right now.
Yeah, Garth Butcher.
That was such a fun interview, and the story he told about knocking Hall off and on his ass in a bar in Toronto. So good.
I had the Super Nintendo growing up, and my mom used to play Mario Kart and all that stuff with me. But she gave me this game in 1992 NHL hockey game, and I used to play that game all the time and be the Blues. And they had like players like I think Cujo was my goalie at the time, and Garth Butcher, Dave Lowry was on the same line as Hall.
Yep.
I think maybe Shane Corson was playing too. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you would have still had you still had Adam Oates on that one.
Oates, yeah.
Right.
And that was a fun game. Oh, Life Christian. I know Life Christian. I know the Sheltons, Josh Shelton, and his wife Tori. His wife Tori is my best friend's oldest sister. But this right here is a St. Louis Blues Logo 7. This is probably from like the 80s, 90s, or late 80s, early 90s. Has these stripes still on it. This is a great one. If you can see like the printing on it, it's just good quality.
Good shirt.
Check that out. The quality of it,
shirt.
made in the United States.
Go over here.
Yeah.
Kind of tight. Yeah, that is a good shirt.
Another St. Louis Blues tee stuff. The Game is another sports company that made really good sports stuff back in the day.
Now, this one I remember.
Shirt.
This one I remember. I remember this shirt. I don't have it, but I remember.
A lot of the Blues shirts were copywritten back in the day. So this one has a 1991 by Sports Print.
Yeah.
Sports Print is, I believe, local to St. Louis. And,
Pavel Demitra. Pavel Demitra was a great player. He is one of my favorite. He
is. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he is the next number that I think the Blues need to honor. I mean, I know that this year they're going to retire Prongers, and that's great. Pronger deserves it. But they need to at least honor, like they did Wickenheiser's number with Demitra. I think they need to honor the 38.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course.
Right.
They should have retired that number.
I don't know about retiring, but I think
retire, but at least honor it. Give like a patch or something on the helmet.
Yeah, they need to honor it. Yeah, I definitely agree.
That was tragic, man. A plane crash.
Oh yeah.
Remember that Detroit Red Wing guy that died in a limo accident?
He didn't die. He was paralyzed. Paralyzed. Yeah.
Konstantinov, I think.
Yeah, Konstantinov. And not only that, but see, there was 2 St. Louis Blues players on that plane. Lance, you might remember this. The other one was the first Russian the Blues ever had. He was a coach on it, and I can't remember his name. It's a long one, so that's why I can't remember it. But it was something similar to Konstantinov. Lance, if you're still here, can you throw that one name out for me? I don't know who's watching. Hey, and if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'm at 494. I'm trying to hit that 500 mark. Going to give away those great pictures if I can hit that 500 mark.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get them to 500, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. This shirt is pretty cool. Check this out. This is
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
This is the arena.
Yeah.
Was
that the last season?
Check out how they didn't have the red.
Yeah.
But then right here they started bringing in the red.
So a lot of people don't understand this, what the red actually means. So a lot of people think that the red doesn't go to the Blues. The red actually symbolizes the city of St. Louis. Our flag is red with the fleur-de-lis in it and the colors, so the colors match. So by putting the red in there, now it symbolizes the city of St. Louis, and it makes the note the cities. And I absolutely love that about the red. And I'm one of the few people that really do enjoy the red in the note.
That's cool.
Yeah, it really is cool.
See, I love old St. Louis Blues T-shirts. I think they're some of the best shirts that anybody can ever own. And if you're not a fan of the St. Louis Blues, just rep your team. Find some old shirts from your old favorite teams. I have some other St. Louis stuff that I'm going to show you at the end of my at the end of this Blues collection that I'd love for everyone to stick around and watch. This right here is cool. This is a big St. Louis Blues logo with the big Captain C. Yeah. No name on the back, but it's still, pretty sick.
That would have been Butcher's year.
Made by Starter.
Yeah, that would have been Butcher's year.
Nice little Starter hit right here on the sleeve.
Yeah.
But then this is cool because I have the exact same shirt. Yeah. But check this out. Boom.
Gretzky
right there on the back. Number 99. The exact same shirt. This is faded, though. Yeah. And then I was able to find, with the tags from the Kiel Center, check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Kiel Center merchandise, still with the tags from the Kiel Center. The exact same T-shirt, but in brand new condition.
Oh, wow. And not only that, he's still got the sticker. Still got the NHL starter sticker on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this is pretty sweet. If you can see, the comparison. Yeah. If you hold this one up and hold this one up. This has been used and abused, and this is brand new. So pretty sweet. That one's definitely been worn.
Yeah, that's nice. And having the tags on it. I'll tell you what, if I get to go home, I might and have a chance at meeting him, I'm going to steal that from you, take it home and get it signed for you.
Oh, of course, man.
I would do that for you.
That would be amazing.
I'll remember this one. I remember this one.
So I'm starting my cartoons now, the Cartoon Blues collection. So this right here is, Looney Tunes Blues stuff. So back in the 90s, they used to incorporate a lot of Looney Tunes with their with sports, to try to get all the
Six Flags. They had a partnership with Six Flags, and Six Flags at the time had a partnership with Looney Tunes. So that was how this got incorporated into it.
And this is from 1993. What were you guys doing in 1993? Some people might not even have been alive that are watching this from 1993.
No, I was stationed in Japan.
That's cool.
Where was in '93?
Can you speak a little bit of Japanese?
I was doing a little bit.
Skoshi Nihongo?
Nihongo wakarimasu. Skoshi Nihongo
wakarimasen Nihongo. Ego ne.
Yeah, me too. But no, I was on a deployment in '93, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah. '93, I was 4 years old, and I think I was in preschool. Yeah, at Vandover in Fenton.
I was getting ready to have my first kid. My youngest was born in '94.
Nice.
Or my oldest was born in '94.
All right. Shout out to '90s babies. All right. So this right here is cool. This is Bugs and Taz.
Yep.
This is a St. Louis Blues tee.
Yep.
And Bugs, of course, is playing for the Blues. He's a right winger.
Yeah, that was that partnership with Six Flags was really good.
Copyright on this?
The McDonald's comics, yeah. I know friends that have that. That have the
Brett Hull on the cover
the four Brett Hull comics.
Oh man,
right?
Those are sweet.
Yeah, I wish I still had 9.
I think I might still have mine.
In '93, I was less than a year old. No stress response. I was still in the '90s with my 2020 brain. Tyler, you're not the only one, my friend. You are not the only one.
1993. This is for Warner Brothers, 1993 St. Louis Blues T-shirt. See, the quality of shirts back in the day are great,
Yeah.
and like it stinks that a lot of us, don't realize that until later on, and by that time it's gone. It's been donated. It's been thrown away in the trash, never to be seen again.
Yep.
All right. This right here is pretty sick. This is a Tasmanian Devil, and he's on top of the Kiel Center.
Yeah.
And it says Kiel Center on here. If you guys don't know, it went Kiel Center, Savas Center, Scott Trade Center, Enterprise.
Yep.
All right. So boom, St. Louis, Taz. He's huge.
Yep.
Love it.
The house that Brett Hull built.
Brett Hull. He's the freaking man, dude. I idolize him. I remember one time I saw.
You may not leave with this shirt. You know that, right? You may not leave with this next shirt. Right?
So this actually you can buy online. I'll send you the link. There's a store. I went to this place. I forget what it's called, but they have a really good sandwich called the Murphy, and they put like Doritos, like Cool Ranch Doritos in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhere. I forget where it's at, but.
In Nalu or here?
I think it might be. No, it's not here. It's in Maplewood, I think.
Oh, Maplewood. Yeah.
But it's I seen a guy wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
And he was working there, and I was like, "Where'd you get that shirt?" He was like, "Oh, a store down the road." And I didn't get the name of the store, and I was like bummed out. So I went back to Hawaii after the Blues won the Stanley Cup, and I was like, "Man, where can I find this shirt?" And I seen someone on Instagram wearing it, and they had tagged the store they bought it from, and it's a store from St. Louis that made these shirts. And I'll send you the link. Hopefully they still have some in stock. But this tee right here is hilarious in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ozzy getting arrested, I think in Tennessee, in Memphis,
right?
with
public
the St. Louis
intoxication,
Blues.
wearing a Blues sweater.
That is beautiful.
Right. And during the Cup run, he put on he had a Blues jersey on, signifying
Oh, I seen that picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so
let's go Blues.
Yeah, he was Let's Go Blues.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Pam from The Office.
Yeah, Pam from The Office. She was at a lot of the games.
She was in Narinx, I think.
Huh?
Narinx?
Yeah.
It's like all-girls school, I think. But
David Wilkes is gonna message me some pics.
Oh, shout out to my cousin Chad. Cousin Chad grew up playing hockey at Afton, All-American, I think. And shout out to all my St. Louis Blues fans back home, all my friends. Yeah. And this next shirt right here. Ooh. Yeah,
sorry about the video quality, guys. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, man? Welcome.
What's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
All right. So right here, this next shirt, you guys all know him. The greatest. Yeah. The great. Not the greatest blue, but the great was a blue.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. So this is a cool one. This is on a Salem. If any of you guys remember Salem Sportswear from back in the day, Salem used to make a lot of sports shirts. So this is cool that Gretzky,
What?
He only played as a Blue for one season because Mike Keenan.
Not even played one season. Played half a season.
Yeah, I hate Mike Keenan with a passion. I don't use the word hate too often because I like, instead.
So I have done some research, and I have pretty much figured out what happened. So Gretzky comes over to the Blues, and he thinks that he's going to be able to play 14 to 16 minutes. And Keenan all of a sudden puts him on shifts with Hull, puts him on the penalty kill. Really tired. The guy's 35 years old, right? And it starts tiring him out. And during the playoffs, he was really, by the time he got to Game 7 against Detroit, he was worn out. He was tired. And he got put out there in the overtime and missed that. He made the bad play that allowed, can't even say it, Eiserman to take that freaking shot that Casey let go by. And in the locker room got berated by Keenan for it. And basically that's when he goes in and tells Bruce Affleck and the management team, I'm done.
Yeah,
right.
That's sad.
Yeah,
that sucks.
And it is, and I really thought that at that point.
That's what Bruce told you, right?
Huh?
That's what Mr. Affleck told you.
I've gotten it from 3 or 4 different sources now, but Mr. Affleck has. He told me a good portion of it, and then the more he talked about, I pieced some things together. So
man. Yeah, what if?
Yeah,
what if
2-year contract? Think about that. Hull and Gretzky together for 2 more years with Pronger and McGinnis on the same defensive pairing.
When Brett Hull got traded, literally,
he didn't get traded,
or when he left,
he signed
left St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, me, along with probably 100,000 other St. Louis Blues fans, were, devastated. Especially, my name is spelled the exact same as his. And, I mean, I just love the guy,
But I understood it.
He's just such a stud. When I found out he writes left-handed, though, I was bummed.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm right-handed, though. He writes left-handed? What is this?
Yeah.
Why?
His wife's from Brit. Yeah, she is. And he's still. Well, actually, they have a house in St. Louis. They live in St. Louis.
I think Tyler's talking about Gretzky, right?
Yeah, Gretzky. They live in St. Louis. Yeah, his wife is from Bridgeton. Her family home no longer exists, but yeah, his wife's from Bridgeton, and they still live. They have a house in St. Louis. That's one of the reasons he wanted to come there. And he's also the one that told Keenan to sign Fuhr. So to think about. If they'd have let Keenan go, if ownership would have just eaten that Keenan contract and brought somebody else in who was aware of how to handle Gretzky and Hull and get him and drop his minutes some and do that, we'd have won a cup.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 years he was there, we would have won 2 cups. I absolutely believe it. Right?
Yeah. Well, we can't dwell on the past. We can... Yeah. Only remember that the Blues won the Stanley Cup a year ago today.
Yep. That's why we're here. Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Everybody should just celebrate back home in St. Louis. Yeah. Wear your blue shirts. And if you're not wearing a St. Louis blue shirt right now while you're watching this, go grab one. Yeah. Please. So also, this patch right here, I think everybody should own this patch and put it on your favorite denim St. Louis Blues jacket or... me, I had plans to put it on. I really wanted to put it on this. Yeah. I got this from Bench Clearers.
Oh, that's nice.
So Bench Clearers, they make tank tops, and it's good to wear a tank top here in Hawaii because it's hot all the time. But yeah, for summer vacation, and summer times in St. Louis, this is perfect. And they just released the white color version in this one, so check it out.
I got mine.
Nice. Yeah, see, he put the patch on his.
I ordered it
Smart. Oh, yeah, he ordered it this way. That's sick. See, I ordered my patch, and I haven't even opened this up yet. I've been procrastinating. I'll get around to it eventually. But moving on to the next shirt. So I left off at this Wayne Gretzky shirt right here. This pretty cool St. Louis Blues Wayne Gretzky shirt. And this one right here, I was so excited when I found this shirt online. A lot of these shirts I find online just perusing everywhere. I'm always, on my phone hunting down, trying to find good deals and bargains and trades and all that kind of stuff. And I'm so excited to come up on this shirt because it's a St. Louis Post-Dispatch shirt. And I only have one other St. Louis Post-Dispatch shirt, which I'm getting to next after this. But check this one out, everyone. This is right when Wayne Gretzky was coming. He's in a Los Angeles Kings jersey in this shirt.
That was the trade day.
This is literally a picture from that article on a T-shirt, which is super hard to find.
Yeah.
And yeah, it says, the great one brings his C and number 99 to Blues for a new start in St. Louis. This is from 1996. Yep. And yeah, don't find these shirts too often right here.
Yeah.
And this next one that I'm about to show you guys is actually my dad's shirt that I took from him. And he doesn't mind. But I'll probably end up giving it back to him because I actually found a double of this same exact shirt. This is back when Brett and Wayne Gretzky posed together.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool. You got Dennis Rodman with his crazy hair in the picture right here. But yeah, the Blues Brothers.
Sporting News. At this time, the Sporting News was actually still in St. Louis. What'd you send me, Dave?
This is pretty sweet. And this is also from 1996. So this is
wow.
a great place.
He sent.
Oh, Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
Is that a binder? That's pretty sick.
It's a poster from the arena.
From the arena. Nice. Yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, there's a little price tag right there, too. Looks like you got Walgreens for $7. I'd buy that at Walgreens.
Was that an album? Was that an album they put out? Because it looks like an album almost, or a book. It's either an album or a book. I know my phone's not going to show up very well here, but
San Antonio when he got arrested. On what, the Ozzy shirt?
No, that wasn't. The Ozzy shirt was in Memphis, not San Antonio, David.
I think he got.
I know that for a fact.
He got arrested for peeing on the Alamo, though.
Yeah, he did get arrested for that.
But I don't think that mugshot was from.
No, the mugshot's from Memphis. He was publicly drunk and he pissed on a statue there.
Attaboy, Ozzy.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I've peed in outdoors before. I'm pretty sure every guy has peed outdoors.
Oh yeah, especially when you're drunk.
Be aware of your surroundings. You know. All right. So this next
got
shirt.
arrested because he was Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean
that had a lot to do with it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people were, pointing out that, hey, look, Ozzy's pissing in public. Everyone, check it out. If I had an iPhone, I'd record it.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, this next shirt's pretty cool. This is, my favorite player ever to play for the St. Louis Blues, Brett Hall. And, yeah, he's man, the myth, the legend, on a Salem. Don't pee next to playgrounds or schools. Yeah, don't do that.
We're still after this. We got the Blues' chances. Or did you feel it was just another? That's a great question, Tyler. I got to tell you, so this is my thought process. And I said this. I said this a couple of times. That hand pass is the greatest play in St. Louis Blues history.
Yeah, it made them so mad. They came back the next day or the next game, and did you see that game? The next game, literally, was it 5-0?
No, that was the game after. That was It was a 2-1 game.
Yeah,
but here's the thing about that.
Barbashev scored super fast in that game too.
Yeah, we got our first. Yeah,
like 15 seconds in, I think.
Yeah. So what happened is Berube. Berube solidified that team. That team, because I'm not. If anybody who's watched this before knows, I was not a big fan of Berube, and I'm still not completely sold, but I'm partially sold.
I love Berube.
Right?
Got us the cup.
But he went into that locker room and he told every single player, "Do not talk about the hand pass. If you get asked about it, you ask."
Thanks, Aaron.
You ask about you just say next game. All I'm concerned about is the next game. And that happens a lot. Coaches go in and tell the players you don't talk about it. But then they go out to the podium and start bitching about it, about the referee. Yeah. So it leads so the players are like, well, if you're going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. He goes out to the stadium, or to the podium. He gets that first question, and he goes, not going to talk about that, just worried about game 4. So at that point, and I talked to I talked to Chris Butler about this. The Blues really knew what was happening, and they knew Chief was it. They knew that he was that they were following him before, but this just solidified that he was the real deal.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and that's what it means to me.
I feel like
they had a 1-goal lead with a minute to go, just like the previous game, and all thought the Sharks would tie it up. Yeah, I didn't think that the Sharks were going to. I knew that they were done. And in Game 5, when they went to Game 5, and Game 5, the picture of Game 5 for me was the bench. in the third
Shark
period.
fin soup.
You could have laid. 2 people could have laid on that bench and not touched anybody. With all their play, I mean, because so many players were in the back. They were just they were not ready for it. The Blues were obviously the better team, and they absolutely proved it.
That one. That is cool right there.
Yeah.
That cup. All right. So moving on to, but yeah, I totally agree what you just said. The Blues, better team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think deep down, all the Blues fans knew that, and
Yeah.
you know, we always hang on and just
Yeah.
wish for the best for our guys, and all that
Yeah.
praying, all the praying for like countless games and years that we've been watching these games finally paid off. Finally.
Well, see, you got to remember, for me, I remember the 86, the Miracle the 86 Monday Night Miracle. I remember that. Then you got 2001 with the 56 save game that they lost for Patrick Waugh. I think it was Waugh at the time on Colorado. Then you go, that was in 2001. Then you go 15 more years later to 16. And, you know, when we had Chicago in the first round in 16 and beat them in 7, especially the way we beat them with Brouwer, you know, popping that loose puck in.
I remember that. That was a great moment.
Right? I'm thinking that we've got this made. And then the Dallas series, you know, the way the Dallas series played out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to San Francisco already, and to have that, I was able to go to Game 4.
Oh, nice!
Right in San Jose, and the way that we destroyed them in Game 4, because you got to remember in Games 2 and 3 we couldn't score, but in Game 4 the way we destroyed, I thought they were done, but they came back in 5 and 6.
Where a lot of the players in San Jose got injured that game.
Game 5 was Game 5.
I loved watching Game 5
of last year. So to see it this year, to see the way that our boys continue to play, really gave me an understanding of how damn good they were, and what was happening with them. I was really impressed with the style of play they did.
Yeah, I'm always impressed by watching the Blues, and you know, the speed of the game is just so crazy nowadays. Yeah,
so guys, we're at almost an hour, so we're getting close to me needing to wrap this up. But I want to bring up one point before we do. First of all, I want to thank Brett for bringing all this stuff, man. This is great, and for the hat, greatly appreciate it. I want to bring up the Max Killerman issue. And for you that don't know, Max Killerman is a boxing analyst on ESPN normally, who has started to creep into the columnist talking head role. And he was on a show that's similar to PTI. Now, I got to admit, I don't watch ESPN. I haven't watched ESPN for a couple of years. They just, the way that they've done things and all that. Oh, that's cool. I remember that shirt. I actually do. I remember that shirt.
Back in the day.
Yeah. The one of the shirts I had, the sweatshirt that I have, I still have it somewhere. It was it was given to me just before I went to the Gulf War in '90, and it was a sweatshirt that said "Time for a night out with the boys."
That's sick.
That was their slogan for that year.
And it was a Blues team.
Yeah.
Bro.
It was a sweatshirt, you know.
If I could see a picture of that right now and just like.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I think they got it from Schnucks. So.
No way, from Schnucks.
Yep.
That's awesome. But yeah, this is a Magic Johnson tee.
Hey, Smokey One, how you doing? Welcome, bud. Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. Hey, I think you're new, Smokey. So, hey, first thing you need to do for me is subscribe. Get my subscribers up to 595. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, welcoming Brett Freeland, who lives here in Hawaii. We met through this channel, and we've had a couple of times together. It's the first time when the Blackhawks ends, we won 3. Just say we made history. What did you do? I don't like that, Aaron. That's good. So what I wanted to get to was the Max Killerman thing. Max had said that hockey's not. Nobody in America cares about hockey.
Let me get one, Dave.
10 of the binders. Hockey's not a big sport. No one cares about it. And he's so wrong. He's so missed. Last year's, that's a brick from the old barn. That's what it was. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what he was showing me. That's a binder.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought that was a binder.
Okay. And then that's a brick from the barn.
Sick.
That's awesome. Yeah. You got 10 of those. I might have to figure out how to get one from you, David. And I still am going to show your tattoos, David. I've just had to be able to change some of my show format a little bit. But I still got them. They're still going to get shown. Trust me. They're cool. But what I wanted to get back to before we wrap this all up was that Max Killerman issue. Killerman said that hockey's not a big sport. No one cares. It's not a number 4 sport anymore. It's a big 4 sport. And actually it still is, right? One of the things that hockey has done, last year's Game 7 on a cable channel, not on a regular channel, drew the largest audience a hockey game ever had.
Blues.
Right? You got to imagine that how important that is. Think about if they'd have put that on NBC instead of NBC Sports.
That's true.
Right? Hockey is that sport. And that's what that's one mistake NBC has made. In June, when you're playing all those reruns, it's not TV season, they need to put the playoffs on NBC and not the sports network. They really do. I think that they'll see that their results are going to be much better than what they thought they were. And if NBC does that, and that's one of the things with the NHL, with this new agreement, they've got to say that you're going to put us, if you're going to take we're going to be on your main channel, not a sports network anymore, right? Especially for the finals. They need to go on this network because it's in, this year won't be, but following years, they'll be in June, right?
Okay.
Late May and June. The sweeps are over, right? So you're playing reruns anyways, or you're playing your summer shit. Play the goddamn hockey. People are going to watch it. And they proved it last year. The finals were the most watched finals in years. They were good. The storyline was great. 2 teams meeting for the first time in 49 years.
Oh, man. You can't write stuff like that.
A team that hadn't won a cup before, that hadn't been in the playoffs in 49 or in the finals in 49 years.
Storybook ending, too.
Yeah, and not only that, they're going to catch more of this, right? They're going to get more of this style of play because the salary cap has created parity. And that parity is creating this mode where you can build the right way. You can build through the draft. You can build to a little bit of free agent. You don't have to do a ton of free agency. You can do a little bit. You can build through the draft. You can build from within. You can work things in. They're expanding to Seattle, which is okay. I wish they would have gone. I want to see Quebec get a team back.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see Quebec get a team back. I'd love to see. Canada doesn't have enough big cities to support NHL so they can have more, but Quebec is big enough, and I would really love to see that.
Cool thing about Quebec is I was at the Sabres in Waipahu, and I found a Quebec Nordiques hockey jersey. An old CCM hockey jersey for like $5.
You grab it?
Of course I bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's at home. I have like a collection of jerseys that, aren't Blues, but, I still like Hartford Whalers. And
the Whalers,
the old jerseys, like Minnesota North Stars,
stuff
like that. But do you think I have maybe like 5 minutes to just buzz
all
the rest of this?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So back in the day, Magic Johnson used to make a bunch of all-over print T-shirts of sports. This is a hard-to-find St. Louis Blues one. I've seen one other design, but I haven't been able to get it in my collection. But this shirt right here is also a hard and rare one to find from the 90s, all-over print. And then let's get into the caricatures. I love me caricature artwork, especially when it comes to sport teams that I love. So this right here is a Wayne Gretzky, the gray one. St. Louis has the gray one. I think this shirt is copywritten, 1996. And caricature of the gray one, number 99, in a Blues uniform, which is dope. And the cool story of this shirt is my cousin back in St. Louis, he actually found it digging through some boxes in his house.
Yeah.
And I actually have 2. I got one, for the missus and one for me. And this right here is a cool one. Boom. Look at that old
Oh yeah.
90s Brett Hall.
Yep.
This is from 1990.
Yep.
So this is literally, I was 1 year old when this shirt came out. So this is a 30-year-old T-shirt.
I was going to the Gulf War.
Yeah. Bring back memories, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The 90s.
That's the year. That's the year I have that Time for a Night Out with the Boys sweatshirt.
Look at that. Stud. With his mullet. Check his mullet out.
Yep. He had one.
Yeah, man. Just remember going to games and seeing him just shoot those one-timers? Man. All right. Oh, yeah, I have a T-shirt problem. It's all right. Check out this shirt right here. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, wow.
You got Shane Corson, you got Grant Fuhrer, you got Brett Hall and Tony Twist, and the great one, Wayne Gretzky. This is like a grail to me.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a big T-shirt collector. Trust me, I have a lot of clothes. But this right here is like, I could stare at it forever. It's just...
What's funny is...
the future is now.
You said...
Shane Corson.
Yeah, no, I thought you said
Tony Twist.
Butcher, but Butcher's not on there.
Oh, man, that'd be cool if Butcher...
No, he didn't play that. He didn't play... He got traded before...
Before Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got traded before Fuhrer came.
Yeah, I remember a lot of those guys, man. Like, remember Chris Conroy and Scott Pellerin?
Yeah.
And all those, like, you know, Twister and...
Yeah.
Bro. And then this right here is another...
I had that
favorite
one.
shirts.
I remember that shirt.
This is a beautiful shirt right here. You got Cujo.
Yep.
Cujo, boom. And Shanahan.
Yep.
You got Shanny and you got Hall. Like, I love that caricature artwork.
Yeah.
Bro.
I remember that shirt. The arena? Yeah.
Yep, the arena.
Yeah, that in NHLPA. I don't have a year on this one.
Yeah, there's no copyright on this one, but it has Shanahan and Cujo, so you know it's an older one.
Yeah. That would have been 89 or 90.
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite T-shirts that I own. And then this is a cool, like, remember Zubaz?
Yeah.
I found a Zubaz shorts, and it's boom, St. Louis Blues logo right there.
Yeah.
So I never wear these because it's kind of tacky, but you know,
you got to wear them to the beach.
I was gonna wear these to come visit you. I was gonna wear them today. Check out this Aloha shirt.
Yeah.
Blues Aloha shirt. Isn't it fitting being out here in Hawaii? Bruh. Okay, and then, I got some old sweaters, old Blues sweaters, which are cool. This one right here is a nice one.
Yep.
Nice thin one. But this right here is really crazy. All the print on it. Oh, yeah. Like, got the sleeves. It says starter on the sleeve.
That's nice.
Boom, St. Louis Blues.
Yep.
I don't know if a lot of guys have seen this one before.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that one before.
But
and that's from my time. That would have been Campbell Conference. That would have been my time.
Yeah, Campbell Conference. Here, check it out. This is a really... It's a nice one. You got the NHL patch right here on the side. Big NHL patch. Love that.
Yeah, that's got to be from somewhere around the late 80s, early 90s, that style of NHL patch.
Oh, yeah. It's weird, little yellow hat.
Oh, I remember these shirts. I remember these shirts. I love them.
It's a long sleeve, too. Love this one. This right here is like the holy grail. So remember that Magic Johnson tee I showed you earlier?
Yeah.
This is a sweater version of
yeah.
that, which, like, it's impossible to find the sweater versions of those shirts. And for me to actually own one from the Blues, that's just, you know, insane. Super rare. This one right here is like another, like, kind of like old graph tie-dye marble style.
Yeah.
It's a nice one. St. Louis Blues. This jersey is hard to find, the alternate. The black.
Oh, yeah.
This is a rare jersey to find.
Oh, wow.
I got this on a really good price from a buddy. Because nowadays I see them on eBay for hundreds of bucks.
Yeah.
I think I got this for like $50.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah, that one's a cool one. This one, of course, a classic.
Yep.
You know, I love this jersey, the classic jersey.
Yeah, I've worn that. I've worn that one. Yeah.
You know, Mosca.
I have this one. Small. I couldn't wear this
here in Hawaii. I was been looking for a good deal on this jersey, and I found it at the thrift store here in Hawaii for $10.
Oh, you're kidding
I was
me. Wow.
tripping.
I have that one. I have a
no name
Tarasenko
on
one
the
of
back.
that. Yeah.
Not perfect. And then this right here is one of my favorite style of the Blues jerseys.
Oh, yeah. That's basically what Ozzy was wearing.
Yeah, I love this jersey right here. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with the red stripes.
Yep.
Gotta have the trumpets.
Yep. I love it.
You know, I don't have it personalized because, I have favorite players, but, it's more expensive to find those shirts. And then, you from St. Louis, you gotta have some St. Louis stuff. So this is a really nice St. Louis t-shirt.
Yep.
All over print. Riverfront.
Yeah.
Love St. Louis stuff, and I think I got a boom. If anyone remembers this team,
The Steamers!
St. Louis Steamers.
They used to play on my birthday every year.
Oh yeah?
And I would go from my 16th, 17th birthdays, I went to Steamers games.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot my St. Louis ambush hat. I have a St. Louis ambush hat.
Yeah.
Really cool. It's like green and black and all that stuff, but I forgot it back at home. I'll bring it next time. But this is cool. This is like one of my favorite Rams t-shirts, greatest show on turf. Sorry, I'm not showing any more blue stuff at the moment. It's just like, of course you got to have the cups, cup champions, let everybody know. This right here is cool because it has the arena on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is
It's like an old St. Louis shirt. It has like a bunch of, places, Kiel Center, Busch Stadium, Arena, Brewery, Eads Bridge, Courthouse, was at the Science Center.
Yep. The brewery. Yeah. The bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, like old Mizzou shirt.
Yep.
Columbia, Missouri. And then remember Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
This was hard to find. I got this in Thailand.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have to go to Thailand, but I had to pay for the shipping from Thailand. But it was well worth it. This is a super rare, hard shirt to find.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson St. Louis Cardinals t-shirt. And then, St. Louis Cardinals Looney Tune characters all over.
Yep. The Six Flags promotion.
Oh, yeah, man. And then last but not least, almost last but not least, I got a caricature of Ozzy.
Ozzy, yeah.
And then
my guy.
I have a shirt coming in right now. It has like Eckersley and Ron Gant and Brian Jordan and Ray Langford on it.
Yeah, yeah.
All caricature style St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
But then this right here is my baby.
Yeah.
The Chalkline Fanimation St. Louis Cardinal. They have a Chalkline Fanimation Brett Hall.
Oh, I would love
It's a big Brett
that.
Hall on the back, but the guy on eBay is trying to sell it for $500.
Yeah, no, I can't afford
That's
that.
too expensive.
Yeah. Oh, that is sweet, man. Well, Brett, I got to thank you for stopping by today to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Blues winning the
Let's go Blues!
Cup, and allowing the Blue Note Fan Report to see all this great collection of yours, man.
Of course.
So, guys, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying that I'm bleeding blue at you, obviously, Brett. Hey, we're bleeding blue at you. Thanks for sitting with the channel. Thanks for going out there and making us feel like we're there with you in St. Louis. We love you all. We say aloha, mahalo, let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues!
And we are bleeding blue with you. I'll see you on the next Blue Note Fan Report.
That's awesome, man.
Hold on, we're still recording. We're still live. I haven't got it yet. There we go. Okay, now we're done. Yep.
That's sick.